Hello, everybody. I'm Elisha. Across the table from me is Trevor, and this
Hello.
is the Third Opinion Podcast. Thank you for joining us on YouTube, and thank you for joining us on radio. We haven't recorded one for 2 weeks because Ethan, my regular co-host, is one of the mains in a play, and the Warren R. Cedar production of, I don't remember the name.
Wow. What is it? Shrek or is
No,
it?
it's not Shrek. It's the other one.
Oh wait, I saw a poster for it.
I saw a poster for it, and I saw. Okay, the explanation is it's not that I don't care what Ethan does. Ethan's a very good friend of mine. We host a show together. Me and Trevor just got back from a weekend camping trip in like 40-degree weather.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun, but we have gotten no sleep. So
Yeah.
my favorite podcasts are the ones where it's like no sleep was had by either person, and now we record for 30 minutes or so.
Yep.
Those are always the best ones.
I want to apologize in advance for falling asleep on you early.
That's fine. We'll get some good noises in there. I don't remember which episode it was. It was only like 2 or 3 back. But Ethan brought those Doritos, those like lime taquito Doritos, like the really spicy but flavorful ones.
Mm-hmm.
He brought those, and it was like ASMR for like a few minutes. I was like, "Ooh, here goes another chippy bite." It was good audio also. Like it sounded like a video game crunching food noise.
Welcome. I can't do
Crunch,
the crunch.
crunch.
This is what the bag sounds like.
That's enough
They
of that.
call me Cuban Pete.
I do want to make a funny ASMR video. Eventually. I mean, it's been done 1,000 times, and we
Yeah.
can't do it any better than anybody else. But I just really want to do that. I would think it was a lot of fun. Move your microphone just a little bit closer to your gorgeous mug, please.
I have a gorgeous mug.
Yeah, right there's good also. I do want to get. I've been saying this for like the last a dozen episodes. I want to get an audio splitter. That way, whoever else is on the other side can bring earbuds or headphones or whatever else. I think that'd be great.
That'd be nice.
The-
I can't tell what you're hearing.
It sounds very good. It sounds like we're sitting right next to each other. And on the
Awesome.
audio, and then on the computer for editing is what it sounds good in also. So, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for being here for another 27 minutes or so.
Awesome.
The weekend was fun. It was a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
It was a good time. Had a lot of fun bits. A lot
A lot
of
of fun bits.
cold bits.
A lot of cold bits. It was very cold. It was
cold
windy.
at night.
At night it was cold, but it wasn't windy. But during the day it was
was-
sunny most of the time.
Yeah.
But it was also like 5 or 6 mile an hour wind.
Yeah.
I think
But it was
I think
nice
it got
t-shirt
10 in the
weather.
morning. It was not t-shirt weather. So that was nice.
Except for all of this burnt
Except for
skin.
all of the sunburn, yeah. So it's a combination of sunburn and then wind.
Yeah, sunburn.
'Cause the wind will
windburn,
dry out your
probably
skin.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
My lips are chapped. I have put
They're
like
done for.
I have put 2 coats of chapstick on, and it's still just like.
So look into. I need to do this again. I did this whenever I was younger because I had really bad chapped lips, like doctor prescribed stuff for chapped lips.
Really?
Yeah, and they recommend that I use vitamin E oil.
Vitamin E oil. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to look into that then.
it comes in little capsules, and no joke, like you get one little capsule, and like you clip the end of it like with scissors or whatever, or get like so you clip the end to where you can easily pour it out on like 2 fingers. And then you like tape the end back up, and then you just rub it on your lips, and then get it really good on your lips, and then don't touch it for like a couple hours. Like your skin on your lips is going to
what
absorb
about
all the oil. And
just naturally talking or lip smacking?
well, so the saliva dries out your skin.
Really?
Yes, which is
And
how
me-
your lips
like
get chapped.
trying to wet my lips like this.
Yeah, it's how your lips get chapped. Apparently,
I did not know that.
that's what the dermatologist said. Yeah. So the wind, your saliva's trying to overwork your lips because they're dry. But that overwork causes them to get chapped more because of the wind. So the more wind causes them to get chapped more. That's why in cold people's lips get chapped because your inside your mouth is hot usually.
Yeah.
Warm or hot. So yeah, it was a whole complex thing. I haven't thought about this in like See, I was 7, 13 years, 14 years.
Oh.
So yeah, I definitely want to go like buy some vitamin E oil specifically for, because I lose chapstick, I lose hair ties. I purposefully for the Zoom don't use batteries because I will lose the batteries for this. I plug it into the wall and it stays in the wall. So
It just constantly stays in the
just
wall.
small stuff like that. I bought the 5-pack of Japanese pens and the 5-pack of fine point Sharpies.
Yeah.
Lost 2 Sharpies, lost 1 pen.
Oh.
So, and I've had them.
Are you sure that one of our mutual friends have not stolen one?
I'm positive.
You're positive.
I lost
okay.
it. But the thing is that it's lost somewhere in my house.
I can think of one that would.
I'm pretty
steal it
sure Nathan.
And then just like
forget about it.
forget about it.
I'm pretty sure Nathan or Julia still has, in our venturing crew, still has like one of the Sharpies, which is fine.
Probably.
Sharpies are a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
So
Those pins though.
the pens, however, it's like $1 per, $1.50 per.
They're
So
nice.
I'm pretty sure I have all of them, but I don't know where the 5th one is. One stays in my DM bag. One stays in my daily bag.
The story may surprise you.
Click down in the description to figure out what happens next. I think they're accounted for. I'm going to check my DM bag after this, and then check my fanny pack after this, and then see if there's one, and then check my desk where I keep the 3 extras, and see if there's now 3 extras or if there's 2 extras, and if I've lost one of those. So we're gonna figure that out whenever we're done with this, and then we're gonna eat my leftover Dominoes also.
Leftover Dominoes. I had some. I went to that new Romo's in Cookville. It just opened up. It's every Mexican restaurant.
But was it tasty? Was it tasty, or was it just like every other Mexican restaurant? Was it
every
like
other
all
Mexican
dozen
restaurant.
Fiesta Rancheros in town?
Yes.
All 55 of them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy how those Mexican restaurants stay busy all the time. I haven't been to like Chavalitas or they constantly stay busy. I don't get it.
busy, and I don't know why they're all the same place.
I think that's why, because you can go to any of them, and I'm not liking the restaurants.
I am.
I never go to them.
I'm over them.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think it's because they're the same. People like they spin a wheel and then throw a dart and see which one they land on, and then go to that one. Potentially, or they have one that they like, and it's like, well, it's like the others. So why would I go to any of the others if I can go to the one that I like? The one that is constantly busy is the one that's across from the school for Bobby Ray. That one is.
I've only
every
been
time
there,
I leave the station like at 7:00 on Friday.
Mhm.
That it is consistently busy, and there's always a cop car parked outside, which I think is hilarious.
Gotta check those drunk drivers.
You gotta check them. It's a good place to.
Yeah. If it's a hot spot, then yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
totally.
I just got nothing to talk about.
I mean,
man.
I don't
I'm
either.
tired.
It's not much. All right, well, 8 minutes in, we're done. Thanks. Thanks for listening, everybody. I appreciate a good clap sync bit. I mean, there's just not much that we've been doing. Okay, so I came home. Let's see. I got back home at like 3:30. I collected one of Grandma's property, one of their rents,
Mm-hmm.
and then I came home with my Taco Bell. And I was like, well, I'm gonna watch a YouTube video that I missed up on. I watched. Did you watch the BuzzFeed Unsolved?
I still haven't. I got home.
It's a real spooker.
I got home. I unpacked. I threw my clothes in the laundry and stuff. You know?
I haven't unpacked my car. Whoops. We're doing that after this also.
I came in. That's the first thing I did because I knew if I didn't do it now, I wouldn't do it. So I went ahead and did all that. Hopped in the shower, and then I had to leave. And then I helped my family pack up their camper. They were glamping.
Glamping.
While we were camping,
Yeah.
like men.
With our muscles. We have a couple stories. I know what we can talk about.
Yeah. I went to go help them with that for like 2 or 3 hours and visit my nephew. And then we went to dinner in Cookville to take him back to his parents. And then I'm here.
And now I'm here.
And I came here.
Yeah. I took a shower at Boxwell. The shotgun blast of a shower that shoots every direction except the center of the shower floor. And there's no curtain, so it's not blocking it.
Can you imagine, like, in a video game, if a shotgun did that? Just like, sprayed everywhere
except for the center target. Yeah.
They're like, "Ow, you got my shoulder."
You clipped my hair and my toes.
Oh, thanks.
No,
I've been
literally,
meaning.
literally, it's like standing in the center of where the shower would be hitting you. It hits like the bottom of your belly button, like right below your belly button, and then like the top of your forehead.
So for
and
me,
it's a perfect circle.
It would hit me here, like right above my belly button, and nowhere else.
Yes. Yeah. If you're standing right in the center of where you're supposed to be standing.
Yeah.
So, and it's like no one in my house uses my bidet but me. I'm the only one that lives here.
Mm-hmm.
But I constantly am like, well, my bidet, you guys don't know about it. But, so on max setting, the water pressure in my house is messed up. On max setting, that bidet is a laser jet stream.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact. So imagine that, but 25 of those in a circle that hits everywhere but the center of the shower. I was like, man, this feels like the bidet water at my house, except everywhere on my body and not in one particular place. So it was really, I was like, this is familiar, but it's fine.
This
and the
is
water,
why I don't take showers at
it makes me
for
wonder.
weekend camps.
Yeah.
Week camps are different.
Week camps are different, yeah.
That's only
Friday afternoon,
Saturday
Saturday.
afternoon and Saturday afternoon,
And
because
then-
Friday you don't really do much anyway.
You
so
can
it's
sit by a
not, like,
campfire
that
and that's it.
Yeah, you'll smell like smoke, but like the second day you could use a shower, but you're going home tomorrow anyway.
Well, usually we
So-
leave before lunchtime. Today was
today-
one of the exceptions where we didn't.
Nathan had a class, so
Yeah. And the only reason I did this time is like I feel icky, and it's because of all the clamped on sweat from doing the low cope that the five of us did. Man, it was we wouldn't have been able to do that without Hunter. I just not realized that. We would not have been able to complete the low cope. And we couldn't stack more. Okay, so
that means, Hunter, if you're listening, we still miss you. Come home.
We still miss you, baby.
Come home from college, even though you probably just left today and went all the way. Where is it?
Ohio. Yeah,
Oh,
Lima,
Lord.
Ohio, where I'm sure there's still snow.
Oh man.
But yeah, me and Hunter, being the muscly boys we are, we lifted Nathan, who is taller than both of us, only by slightly. And he's the lightest of the three of us boys.
I really wish I could have participated.
I really wish that someone got a picture of us squatting
the boy.
I
didn't
say
think about it.
Conservatively, I think Christy, his mom, might have gotten one.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think conservatively, he weighs 165 pounds. That sounds about right.
He's
thin.
very average.
He's a flagpole.
Yeah. He's got an average weight of a male, of an
18-year-old athletic man.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say. So I was like, at the end of like the 10 minutes of, man, what do we want to do to get this tire off of this 15-foot
and at first
pole?
It was just Hannah and Julia, the two shortest
people
in the group, and
well, we immediately were like, who's the lightest that me and Nathan can pick up? The two tallest. Me and Nathan, two tallest, can pick up the lightest. It's like Hannah or Julia. We tried Hannah, and then Hannah was like, couldn't reach it the entire way, and then Julia can't reach it up the entire way also.
Almost. She was almost there.
She was like probably less than a foot away.
She was trying to like throw it up too. She was like,
yeah.
She almost had it.
She almost had it, but then we were like, I looked at Hunter, and I was like, we both used to work out. Why don't we just squat Nathan, pick him up with the classic handhold thing, and just like go down and squat him up, and then have him just reach up to the top and pick it and throw it down.
Cheerleading.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Squat. Which, have you ever done that in a mascot suit? That is hard.
I'd say it is.
I've done it to other mascots with another mascot
Oh
helping
my
me.
gosh.
This is what happens at cheerleading camp when you're a mascot. You get together with other mascots and are trained by a certain college mascot that I can't really say.
So do you mean to tell me that I have a high school celebrity on my show right now?
No, you don't.
Well,
Because I was a high school loser.
well, if you say so.
If you say so. I'm just saying, like, that is one of the most fun experiences I've had.
I'd say it is.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Because you get to be a goober. Whoever, okay.
Yeah, a goober in a big costume. It's so much fun.
But the thing is like, for the
sweat.
hockey team, the Philadelphia Flyers,
Yeah.
they have Gritty.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, I mean, he must get paid well because he is such a goofball.
I know. He's one of my
Consistently.
favorites.
He's one of my favorite mascots.
Yeah, the mascot that I went to, it was a college mascot. But I'm not going to say because it's like it's very like disrespectful and stuff to like say like who like taught the class and who's like underneath the mask and stuff. Like for high schools, yeah, whatever.
For the college ones though, it's like
Yeah, college. It's
Yeah.
like you don't say a thing. No
Yeah.
one knows. It's not like a secret society or anything, but it's
But it's
still
like,
like very
the mascot is a mascot. The person under it is
the
the person
only
under
people outside of like the teams and stuff that know are like family members, and even then they can't like say, "Oh, my son, my daughter,
my nephew is Gritty.
yeah,
yeah,
my daughter is Gritty or whatever." It's like
yeah,
they can't say that.
yeah. That's
And
really interesting. It makes sense.
It's really cool.
It makes sense. So me and Hunter squatted Nathan, and so the half of that weight was, 170 pounds, 160 pounds. Oh goodness gracious!
Sorry that Ramos came.
Rome's coming back up to bite you. So 160 pounds. Half of that is what 50. No, hold on.
I don't know.
Can't math right now. Bad idea to math right now.
Yeah, I'm
Hold
too
on.
tired.
Hey,
to
Google.
math.
Hey Google. Hey Google. What is 160 divided by 2?
Oh wait, that'd be 80, wouldn't it? It's,
Yes.
yeah. Hey.
Thank you, Bedroom Home,
I,
for answering
I can,
and not this
I
one.
can math.
I can't. I am done. That's probably why
My
Me-
brain didn't
me,
want to
you-
work, but then it did work.
I'm
like,
not going to say this
magically.
anymore. I said it 3 times. I'm like, okay, I'm saying this too much. Me and you had a great game of checkers before we left.
Yeah.
And then Bongo, one of our friends from the crew, moved a piece forward after we reset it. And I'm like, I guess I'll play Bongo. And then like a crowd showed up, and then everyone's like, well,
Lord.
Elisha's going to win. And I'm like, oh, great. I don't want this. I let everybody down, and I was not wanting to play at all.
Ooh,
So
my cold chill just shook the earth.
it upset me. And I'm not going to say it ever again. But, okay, so independently, we were lifting a minimum of 80 pounds each. So that's a leg. So it's a leg press and then a crunch to keep the form of your upper body to hold the boy in place. After we get that done, I was trying to hide the biggest grin on my face because I'm like, yeah, we're a couple of mostly babies.
Yeah.
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 Super proud.
Don't worry. Ooh.
The boys got it. These watermelons have.
It's really sad that this happened in the middle of the forest away from the cute girls.
No. It's to impress the guys. To show other guys how muscly I am. That is one thing that, like, some guy that became a gym rat after, like, 2 years of going to the gym, he's like, what he thought was going to happen when he started is all the girls would pay attention to him. But then it's like all the guys show up in muscly shirts, and it's like, how much do you press, bro? What's your squat? Or like all that. It's like, it works too. So
Honestly, I liked it when I went to the gym because no one gave a crap.
no one cares. It's the best.
No one cared at the gym we went to.
Yeah.
There are some gyms where those people do exist, but for the most part,
And we didn't go at like popular times either.
no, we didn't.
Yeah.
It's really weird when you're just like, you get a gym membership and you're doing your thing, and then like a random person from high school walks in, and you're just like, oh yeah, you exist.
Great. Yeah.
Cool, hi. And then like a random like relative of a relative. That's happened too. Although
Yeah.
he's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
I like talking to him. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was kind of random.
we don't have really any more stories from the weekend. I'm just very proud of that combined muscle effort.
Yeah. As you should be.
As I should be.
Yes.
I failed tremendously at all the other activities.
Oh.
Except for the puzzle solving, the puzzle one.
Yeah.
Hannah was in charge of that. But I was like right behind her. I'm like, I know how to do this. I'm an expert at, even though my job dictates otherwise, not talking and visual puzzling. I work in radio. One of which I talk, and one of which it's listening to music and planning out programs and stuff for 6 hours or however many hours I'm working that day. So complete opposite.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But yeah, those were the two that I was the best at. My legs, the inside of my thigh still hurt from clamping onto that.
As a cashier, I hate talking to people. So
yeah.
Shut up.
Yeet.
Wait, remember when I had all the checker pieces and Mongo accidentally threw his phone?
Oh yeah.
He was
that
like
was
pretending to throw his phone, but it slipped out of his fingers and it knocked the checker.
Okay, did it slip out of his fingers, or did he purposefully throw it?
I think it slipped out of his fingers because he died laughing after. Like, it didn't. If he meant to, I feel like it would have been a different reaction. That was more like a shock.
That was more like a whoops reaction.
Yeah, a whoops reaction.
Whoops, no one got hurt reaction.
Yeah.
I thought like he what I thought he did, because I was like on my phone not paying attention, as usual. I thought he threw it to you, and then you dropped the checkers to catch it.
No, because I didn't think he would actually throw it, and I was right, but his grip was not strong enough. And it knocked the checker pieces. They're big checker pieces, and I was holding them all sideways together. And they just get right in the middle, and everything goes everywhere.
Yeah, that was
both
really funny.
Just die laughing.
That was very funny.
Because it's after a long weekend, we're both tired, and we laugh at checker pieces falling.
It was very silly.
Silly moments.
Yeah, not much else besides that happened. We did a very fun space crash thing, and it was hard.
I didn't know anything about it.
It was hard. So there was 20 people teams.
Oh.
Team of 10, 20 people for a combined team. We were in two separate tents on opposite sides of a building that had to communicate through radio. That initially did not work. So we had the mission control and we had the planetary team.
Mm-hmm.
The planetary team crashed their ship landing. The mission control team does not know what happened, except that we can't talk to the planetary team.
Oh, no.
So we had to reconnect the comm center to their comm center. They got communications working first. We got ours working first. And then we had radios. We had like an hour to get everything done. And in the end, the spaceship exploded because they overloaded. The first engineer died, and the secondary engineer officer died. So it left the last person qualified.
They died
the
of
pilot.
dysentery.
They died of being burned.
Yeah, that's dysentery.
That has the same thing.
It's the same thing. You burn from other regions.
So apparently the engines were phasing, and at that time overloaded, and while the pilot was trying to insert the new core or whatever, it exploded. Kaboom. No more engines. So
I just love the idea. Okay, like carefully putting it in there.
And then it cut to a washout of the ship.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
Insert
that's pretty much what happened.
Or I guess it's not SpongeBob, but the atomic bomb going off
on
Bikini Atoll.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of the exact same thing. Or like one of the Star Trek ships exploding in space. Like one
or the Death Star.
Yeah, the Death Star. Pretty much. It was a lot of fun. But it was really hard. That lack of communication is really what like
Alderaan
kills or Alderaan being exploded. That lack of communication is really what destroys that. Even though we had 10 people per team.
Yeah,
it was very funny. And then one of the adults.
Lack of communication is like
a team killer in any scenario. It's wild. It's crazy.
That's what happens with marriages.
Well, and other things.
Karen,
I
just want the kids.
I just want to see my kids. One of the adult leaders. So we had someone who was a public affairs officer.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever like a member of the press would show up, she had to like talk them away from what we were doing. And it was Jenna who was the public affairs officer. She's like, oh, that's what I already do. And so
she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, one of the first times I always forget everybody's name. But
there's so many people.
It's okay. It's a big event. It's a Southern Region event. If it was Middle Tennessee only, I would have been like better.
We've had people from
Florida, Alabama,
yeah, all sorts of places. It was cool.
Yeah. She came over and she's like, "Is it true that the ship crashed?" And then Jenna was like, "What happened?" Then she grabbed her paper of like the thing of useless information. And then like start like
paper of useless information
because the computer crashed, and so it was giving us useless information, printed off useless information. So it was like I was the engines officer,
mm-hmm.
the fuel and engines officer, and then whenever it came my time to figure out the thing, it's like giraffes give birth every once in a while to this, and it's like mixed in with that is like to insert a new cooling agent into the engine, remove the previous cooling agent, and then once the giraffe is born 18 to 24 months later, and it's like what? Nani?
I just love the idea of like a technician getting information back, and it's like to replace the coolant you need to walk over to the coolant and press X to pick up, walk it back over, and then you need to
continuously press X.
Yeah, continuously press X like a QuickTime event. Just
yeah. I'm a real engineer. What? Huh? It was really funny though, because like she came over like 4 or 5 times, but apparently, a random events were happening to random crew members. So, the girl in charge came over and said, and whispered to Jenna, is like, apparently she whispered to her, "You're actively having a heart attack right now." And then she's like, "Oh no!" And then like laid down on the ground, and then the command unit commander, the ground unit commander, or the central command commander was like, "Do we have a doctor here?" And the surgeon's across the table, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the doctor." And then he like grabbed so he grabbed the book for the computer first.
I love the idea
and opened
of like an actual doctor, like someone saying, "Is there a doctor in the house?" And he's just like, "Oh,
oh, I'm a doctor."
Oh wait, I went to school for this.
I slipped my mind. So he grabbed the computer manual book, uses information. He grabbed it and like flipped through the pages. He's like, "Oh, this is my book." He put down that one. He picked up the doctor book. The doctor book is identical in every way on the outside to the computer manual book. So he had to go through the computer manual book. Like it was like, "Oh, this is mine." And he grabbed the doctor book. "All right, cool, this is it." And he's like, "What are your symptoms?" And then I'm like, "Can you guys get out of the comm center real fast, please? We have a crashed ship, and we have a person on our side, don't know how, having a heart attack while
probably from the stress of all the paparazzi.
While the lady of the press is like, 'What's going on now?" And I'm like, "We don't need this.
She's having a heart attack. Please leave."
What's funny is that like she was sitting off to the side next to us,
Mm-hmm.
and then I said I picked up the radio because the main commander was like, "Do you guys have are your engines phasing right now? Well, you better go catch them. And is your computer data corrupting? Well, you better go catch them." And I asked her, do you mind handing me the radio?" And I said, and she said, "Here you go." And I handed it, took it from her, and I said, "Okay.
Roger.
So your engines are phasing. Are you guys making it to the engine room right now?" And then she said, "Yeah, but we are still the main power isn't back on yet." And then the lady off to the side said, "They're without power." And I said, "Jenna, take care of her." And then I exited that area and then went to where I could hear him on the radio. It was so funny. It was like the first 30 seconds. It was like the first 30 seconds. It was like, "What's going on? What's happening? We had a ship crash?" And then Jenna was like, "Oh, this is my part." And she like flipped through a page and said, "What's going on right now is what we can tell you is." It was really fun. We had a great weekend.
That
was a
sounds
lot
like
of
a
fun.
really fun activity.
It was a
though.
really fun scenario, but there were so many parts. That's my only criticism. There were so many parts that it was like
I think it's meant to be that way. Make it challenging.
it was hard. It was
Yeah.
very hard.
Very hard. Very hard. Very fun. it
I'd
sounds.
say too hard for the average boy, me.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. We had a fun weekend. Now I can't wait to edit this bad boy together, send it to our radio man to have a listen to.
I know.
Get it
And
ready
he's
for-
just
get it ready
going
for-
to shake his head.
Get it ready
He's
for
gonna be like,
tomorrow.
oh no, I've got to air this.
Eat dinner, and then I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to sleep until I have to wake up again at 6. So I better get going.
I gotta go to work at 9. Ugh,
Oh,
no,
that's going to be fun.
I don't wanna.
Great. Excuse you. Trevor, thank you for being on.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Please come back sometime. We can talk about some movies here soon.
Yeah.
It'd be a fun video. We need to do that.
Shazam, us, all that good stuff.
We got a handful. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more of our videos.
Leave a like, put an F in the chat.
Drop an F in the chat for the space crew.
Don't forget to
For the planetary crew.
don't
Like,
forget to
subscribe.
donate in the super chat.
We'll see you guys next week on the Third Opinion Podcast.